Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say, anywhere. Good morning, good day, wherever you are. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey, hey. Come on in and get comfortable. Welcome back to Jaleesa, Reading Beyond the Book Cover, where we stay reading beyond the book's cover. My name is Jaleesa. Welcome if it's your first time, and welcome back if you are returning. You already know what time it is. This is my weekly, sort of, kind of, currently watching video where I share what I'm currently watching, whether it be TV, short films, full films, all the things that I'm consuming with my eyes. So let's jump on into it. It's not much. I only watched one movie and I started a TV series, which most likely, I don't know how quick I can get it done because I think that the series comes out every week, but we'll see. Anyway, first off, let's talk about this movie. No One Will Save You. So I watched it on Hulu, and the way I came across this movie is somebody in another Discord that I'm a part of, or I'm a member of, they had sent the trailer and were like, oh, you all should watch it. It was a really suspenseful, scary invasion, movie. So I was like, let me try it out. Let me see what it's about. So let me just say this. When you watch this movie, you really do need to pay attention. And I'm not going to tell you why, because I feel like that's a spoiler, but just know that I was so tuned in that I had marked down how long it took before something happened. So read between the lines after you watch it, and then come back and comment on this video. But if you already watched it, comment on the video and let me know if you know what I'm talking about, because yes, it's very interesting what people are able to do with limited things. Okay, so I think that I had mentioned something like this before when it comes to the books that I've read, and in comparison to movies, how movies are able to be in one location and still hold your attention, but books somehow kind of sort of can't. So catch me, okay? I'm trying to tell you without telling, because I don't want to spoil it for you. It's a good movie. The ending was a little bit murky for me because I'm not really sure where everyone stands. But yeah, it was a good time. Was I scared? No, I wasn't scared, but it was a little bit, I guess scary in the sense that, like, can you just imagine being not necessarily in the middle of nowhere, but you're in a small town, you live in a home all alone, which is like a big no for me. I'm not going to be living in a big old house with me and things, because I feel like somebody else is going to be living in there with me, and I'm a target because my house is so big and it's in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? So, but just imagine that you're living in the house like the character is, and then all of a sudden strange things start happening and you're wondering, like, is this happening to anybody else? But then everybody you come across, something seems a little bit sus. So yeah, watch the movie. It's a good home invasion movie, alien home invasion movie. And it didn't take up too much of my time. I think it was like an hour and a half. Yeah, about an hour and a half. So yeah, check it out. You may like it. And if you don't want to watch it, just play it in the background. Maybe some part of the movie will catch your attention. Okay? So that's the only movie I watched. Now, TV show. You know what's funny about me? This is like a little backstory when it comes to this show. So this is season 5 of Love is Blind, and it's on Netflix. So if you know what happened last season with the people on there, and it was messy. So I didn't think that the Lachey's were going to be back because of how they conducted their interviews during the reunion of season 4. And they were there. So I have no problem with them. That's not the issue. My issue is that I continue watching it. But I know why I watch it. I watch it because my coworker watches it, and I like being able to have conversations with them about common things that we've seen, read, consumed, blah, blah, blah. Like, what is it that you did? I'm not one of those coworkers where it's like, I just come to work and I leave. Yes and no. Like, I'm a warm person. You may think that I'm reserved, and I possibly am, but for the most part, you can kind of tell that, like, I'm here with open arms. I want to get to know you. Let's have a conversation. Let's kiki, and let's crunch these numbers at the same time. Like, I can work. I don't know about y'all, but I can multitask. I can work, talk to you, and then also be, tuning into a TV show at the same time. So my mind and be all over the place. So anyhow, my coworker watches it. She put me on. And so in order to make sure that I am kept current and not spoiled, I try to catch up because she had already watched all 4 of the episodes when they came out. So I was okay. On the weekend, I'm going to try. I tried. I barely made it through episode 1 and some of episode 2. And it's because the conversations for me in the pod, it's hard for me to watch them. So I've noticed that it's better that I listen to the conversations that are happening in the pod. Problem with that is I don't know everybody's voices. So it takes me a while to get through the first 2 to 3 episodes. I had to watch episode 2 twice. Okay? Like, catch me. I don't know if I'm growing out of it or what, but yeah, these people. Now, I feel like I'm obligated to actually watch this season because it's in my hometown, Houston, Texas. All right. So H-Town, stand up. If you're in the comments, let me know. But yeah, like, it's in Houston and you have all these characters, all these people on here, the contestants. I don't know what you want to call them. The participants in this experiment, right? The experiment, if you're not familiar with Love is Blind, is that you are placed in these pods, which are basically rooms that are situated for you to be able to speak to someone else that's on the other side of a wall. The wall looks like it's maybe a frosted glass or something like that. You can hear the person, but you can't see them. So you're trying to fall in love sight unseen, meaning you're trying to fall in love without actually seeing the person. So you're having these conversations through these dates on a daily basis. I don't know how long the process is. It moves pretty quickly because it seems like, you get to talk to each other for like a week and you get to decide whether or not you want to, keep your number 1 or you want to get rid of your number 1. There's several breakups that actually happened in this season already. I thought there were going to be more couples than there weren't. So I'm not going to tell you how many couples just in case you want to watch the TV show. But it seems a little bit more drama in this season and I don't know why. So I'm on episode 5 now as of the time of me recording this, and y'all, it's getting messy. So I now see why everybody is talking about these 3. Is it 3? Yeah, 3 characters in particular. So I'm not going to go into detail about that because I'm going to save that for next week. But just know that I am watching Love is Blind Season 5, Houston edition, and it's a ride. It's interesting to keep up with their conversations and stuff. That's why I really do tune in because you get to see. I mean, we already know people are messy, right? Are all of them messy? No, but for the most part, people are messy. My mama used to always tell me well, not always. Sometimes she would say, like, people ain't nothing but trouble. Like, that's all they're good for is trouble. That was back when. I think she was trying to deter me from trying to make friends with people that could be a negative influence. So she'll say stuff like that. How did this turn into me talking about myself? Sorry. Anyhow, this show it's a social experiment. We get it, but it's disappointing. It's disheartening. Like, I don't even know who to cheer for because I feel like the people that are couples are not going to work out. But I usually feel like that all the time. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I do feel like that all the time. Not me trying to interrupt myself. But one thing I can say that's a positive is that I really do like that they have a more mature in age cast. Last season, the Seattle season, or Oregon, Washington, whatever it was last season, they had too many people that were 25 and under. Now, I understand some people say that age is not a big deal, but it is a big deal because depending on the person, they may not have experienced enough and they're not able to emotionally handle certain things. And I'm not saying that, it's a cutoff at 25. No, but if you do your research, you'll see that like your brain isn't fully formed until you're 25, 26, if even that much. So you still have some living to do. This time it's better. Now, granted, they do have one. I think I've only known one person on there that's like younger than 25, and I'm a little bit concerned about them, especially because a majority of the people that were on the show this time are in their 30s or late 20s, so like 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Like, you see what I'm saying? So it's like an outlier when you're the youngest one, and you can tell in the conversation when people are speaking that they aren't really there for marriage. Like, as soon as I start hearing people say, "Oh my God, you sound so hot," I'm like, you ain't there to get married to nobody. You still trying with your eyes. You still trying to figure out what this person looks. You sound so hot. You sound so hot. Okay. What happens when the thrill is gone? When the physicality is no longer there, or if that's all there is to your relationship, what are you going to lean on? That's how I be talking to the TV, because it just gets so frustrating. I don't understand why these people put themselves through this when they know they're not really ready to get married. Because you just take a look at if you can make it through, try to watch episodes 1 through 3. You will see what I mean. These people were sitting there, and after they're getting proposed to, they'll say something. Just for me, it's just like, okay, this is hypocrisy. They'll say something like, "Oh, I don't know, like, marriage is such a big commitment." Duh! That's why you came to the show. Oh. Like, listen to yourself. I feel like if I was in that pod, I would leave alone, honestly, because I'd be calling out people left and right. Like, okay, so marriage is a big step for you. So if that's the case, why are you here? Like, repeat that again so you can hear how dumb you sound. You're on a television show where you say that you're ready for marriage and you want to choose someone and walk away married from this experiment. Yet, when somebody is proposing to you in this moment, I ain't proposing to you. And you say, marriage is a big step. I'm not really sure if I'm ready for it. Shut up and get off my screen. Anyhow, I'm going to keep watching it. Like I said, I'm on season 5 now. I think a new episode comes out every Friday. So I'm trying to keep up. I think I'm still behind because I'm only on episode 5. So there may be 3 more or 2 more that have released since the time that I had watched that. So yeah, let me know in the comments on whether or not you have seen any of the movies that I mentioned, or the movie that I did mention, which is No One Will Save You on Hulu. And let me know if you have been tuning in to Love is Blind. If you're not if you're not watching the current season, like, have you watched any seasons in the past? And if you haven't watched the TV show at all, or if you don't have access to it, are there any TV shows where you are located that you watch that's similar to this one? And do they infuriate you as much as they infuriate me? All right, that'll be all. I've talked more than enough. Thank you for hanging out with me. And until next time, remember to drink your water, y'all. You got to stay hydrated 24/7, 365, okay? Mind the business is yours. Because a lot of these people out here ain't doing it. Based on the Instagram videos I watched, a lot of people are not minding their business, but it's fine. And continue reading beyond the books. Let me catch myself, because we're not talking about books. Continue watching beyond the first episode. That's what I'm going to say. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.